Alright, what is up boys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're finally working on the beam swap on my KE70. I actually lost all the footage that I filmed previously, but luckily I'd got absolutely nothing done. So now we're actually going to get stuff done today. As you can see, the beams is in the car. The issue with that is that I just used the mounts that came on the motor that I bought. Obviously they've used a different cross member or something like that. So the motor sits very far to the left. It's actually like on the brake master here, and it also sits super far forward, so there's still like 3 inches of room to go back there, which leaves no room for a radiator and fan. So this is just not going to work. Luckily I did buy a KE conversion kit. It should be bolt on. You have to shave down the kind of like the webbing on the bottom of the motor to clear the cross member. I've already put cross member spacers in. And yeah, so pretty much today I'm going to rip this back out, swap the mounts over, put the gearbox on. I've changed the gearbox shifter mount. This is a SAM-Q shifter relocation, puts it 110mm further forward, I believe. And in theory, with the KE conversions kit, it should make my shifter come out in the factory position. My beam should just fit in here, be right near the firewall. And then ideally, yeah, that all fits. Anyway, so that's today's plan, just try and get all that sorted. And then, yeah, not really sure after that. We'll work it out. Maybe dummy up a fuel system. Not sure if that's going to make it in this video, but anyway, that's the plan today. I'm going to engine crane this thing out, and then we'll start putting a gearbox on, changing the mounts, sanding down, grinding down the webbing, whatever we've got to do there. And yeah, we should be good to go. And out. While this is up, I'm actually going to rip off the power steering setup. I'm not actually going to run it. The KE that I bought this conversion out of did run the power steering. So I got the steering, like the cross member that came with. But the drama that I found with that is the car that I bought it off was crashed. So I'm not 100% sure the cross member's straight. And then I need to change my steering shaft, steering column, everything like that to the Altezza stuff. And I really don't feel like I need that. So manual steering it will be. Alright, we've got engine mounts on, power steering's gone, engine mount on the other side's on. So pretty much I gotta look up the photo, but I think from memory you gotta cut out basically this section. So then that clears the cross member from memory, but I'm about to look up some photos and work out what it is, and I'll update you after that. But yeah, how good's my brides that I bought that I have no use for? Alright, so we've got box on, webbing trimmed a bit. I don't know if I took enough off, but we'll put it in and find out. So anyway, we'll see if this fits. Fingers crossed. The next clip is it in the car. Alright, so it's been about 40 minutes. A little bit of dicking around trying to get the motor in. They're pretty big for like a KE70, and doing it by yourself is pretty tough. Anyway, just surprisingly none of my mates wanted to come work for free on the weekend and help me put an engine in the car. But anyway, we got it done. We don't need them. So here we go. Beams is in the car. As you can see, they do have the factory lean with this kit, which that's fine. Mounts are in. I haven't finished tightening them down, but that's good. Those are all in there. Left me Tropical Tang here, but that's in there. Clears all the, squished the clutch master, but we'll just get a new one of them. That's fine. Actually, I might just bend it back. That'll be fine. We'll bend that back. But yeah, clears brake master, clears the clutch master. Still a little bit of room in the back of the firewall there, but that's good. And then we'll be able to fit a radiator in there. Be able to slash. I think I might have to move. I can't remember where my intake fits from this, but I think if I take this out, I'll be able to slot pod filter in there and have the map sensor here still. But yeah, so that's pretty good. Factory headers fit. There's plenty of room down there for that. I will be getting some custom ones made after the car's running, but that's definitely a later job. And then we'll go inside. I actually haven't looked in here yet. But I haven't put this on the mount properly. So I will do that in a minute. It's currently just got the jack underneath holding it up. But yeah, so that comes out pretty close to like a factory sort of spot. So I'm pretty pumped on that. That's good. Considering, so these are 110mm further forward, so if I didn't move it, it would be sitting here, which is completely useless. But yeah, such a great result. I'm really pumped that the engine's actually mounted now. I've been putting this off for months. So yeah, I'll tighten it all in, get it in there. I have a surge tank coming this week, so I might put that in the next bit of the video, and we'll sort out the rear fuel setup. Oh, and I just got to throw the tail shaft in as well. So yeah, we'll pick back up there. Alright, little update. I've plumbed all the radiator in, put the rad in, just tied it up little bits and pieces. Gearbox is bolted in, shifters in, just throwing the tail shaft in. Fun little comparison there. So the one on the right is this is one for the beams to R31 diff, and then this is for a T50 to an R31 diff. But yeah, so they're exact same length, just different shafts, or different outputs. Alright, so I've gone with the Raceworks 044 copy. That's almost ready to go. And then I'll show you guys where I'm going to mount my surge tank. So we're up under the car. This is the diff housing here. So in front of where the diff is, there's like this little bit of the floor that falls forward. And there's just kind of enough room to mount a surge tank up in there. There we go. So it'll sit something like that. Up in front of the diff, out of the way, very high. That's the best part. Nothing will actually hang below the leaf springs or the rails or anything like that. But yeah, and then that doesn't hit. The diff under droop should be fine. And then yeah, so we'll mount that up there, and then the 044 down here, and then run it up to the fuel lines, which are tucked back up here behind the diff. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan for the fuel system. But yeah, I just got to get a couple little more things and then I can finish putting that in, but I'm not waiting for that for the video. Anyway, so that's going to be end of part one for beam swapping my K70 panel van. As you can see, beams is in there. Get this out of the way. Beams in, tail shaft in. So yeah, it's all mounted and stuff. Yeah, just finish off that fuel system and then I'll give the cart to Smirt and hopefully he can wire it up, and then fingers crossed that it works. Maybe. A little bit scared. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Check out the merchandise. Yeah. Whew. And then we're going drifting in a month.